Okay everyone, and welcome back to part 9 of my Spyro 2 Reignited Trilogy Let's Play. After a little bit of a mishap, we are now going to go into Scorch, which I'll explain to you in a minute, because there was a little bit of a problem with saving my game, which did not happen properly in the last part, which is what I'm going to explain after this cutscene, because as they loading times are a bit unpredictable in Reignited, and you know, I thought we'd just, you know, sort of like watch this cutscene first.
Hello, Spyro. My brother Handel and I have been sent here to blow at this castle, but Handel got caught by these evil soldiers and I'm stuck out here. If you can open the doors that block the way, I can find Handel and we can complete a super secret spy mission.
I love the speech impediments that Handel and Greta have, which is kind of like a bit of a sort of like, I think it's a bit of a reference to Hansel and Gretel, if I'm not mistaken. But I kind of love the speech impediment that they have, like saying the L's and R's as W's. So I've always found that kind of cute. But as I was previously saying, with my with saving the game, my progress the last time, basically it didn't happen. Because what had actually happened was I completed the Autumn Plains homeworld in the last part, but the progress did not save. And why was that? I don't. Probably because I didn't enter a level or anything. I just completed the homeworld and just turned off my PS4. But I suppose if you want to save your progress after you've completed a homeworld, what you've got to really do is enter a level so that your progress at least saves. And I kind of miss how you can double jump up there, which is something really cool you could have done in the original, but you can't seem to do it anymore. But anyway, that was that. So there were a bit of a mishap with that, so I had to go back and recomplete the Autumn Plains homeworld, which hasn't been a problem at all. But I say it'll probably my mistake more than anything. And another thing as well, Spyro557 pointed out in his comments on what happened in his stream, the glitch does happen with moneybags where you can pay him more than twice if you speak to him multiple times. I think you speak to him again and he wishes you good luck, and then you speak to him a time after that, and then you have to pay him again. And if I'm not mistaken, you can keep repeatedly paying moneybags until you're pretty much bankrupt, which would not be a good thing at all, especially if you never have enough gems to purchase the move in Winter Tundra for Head Bash. Then you're pretty much screwed and have to restart, which would be pretty horrible. Anyway, we're going to speak to Hunter real quick.
The monkeys have escaped from the Avalar Zoo, and I've been sent here to catch them. But they keep throwing coconuts at me, and it hurts. Can you help me out? Great! Just charge the tree before I get hit. I'll be able to catch the monkeys as they fall. Follow me!
And there's one thing I will say, and that is that this challenge is much easier in Reignited as it is in the original, for the simple reason Hunter seems to move much slower now, as you've probably noticed. Oh, I'm going to the wrong tree, what a dork! And that was totally not a pun or a reference or anything. I'm a fun, you dork, but you know, just, you know, make these Let's Plays a little bit fun. But I mean, that was totally dumb of me to go to totally the wrong tree altogether, which I'm pretty sure we've all done at some point, especially as a kid. I don't exactly remember doing this challenge as a kid, but I'm pretty sure we've all made similar mistakes of that in the past, so not making an excuse for my bad playing of game at all. You know, just... I should really know better because I've been playing this game for how many years now?
Thanks for your help, Spyro. Please, take this. One of the monkeys had it.
So that's Hunter's Challenge at least completed. And as I've previously said many times before, Scorch is perhaps my least favourite level in Spyro 2.
Were those monkeys or apes?
But as I say, I like Scorch a lot more in Reignited for some reason, because it seems to have a lot more going for it now, whereas in the original game it seems a bit bland to me. Even though I do like sort of like Arabic themed stuff, but anyway, here we go. We've got to flame these chests now because we've got the super flame, so it makes doing that a lot easier. So that's at least one struggle that people who play with the super flame, such as me, Noel, and Ashley, no longer have a problem with. So, also known as the fireball, as Ashley calls it, but. So just clear each area out at a time, which has always been a habit for what I do in Spyro. I don't exactly backtrack and clear areas out, I just like to get them done and out of the way to begin with. But I definitely like Scorch a lot better in Reignited, like I've said before. Always check my recording because I've had that problem where my recording has not recorded sometimes. And it's definitely happened in Noel's Let's Play twice, which I kind of feel really sorry for her that that's happened, but it's just unfortunate. But fortunately she managed to re-record them parts, so that's one thing. And as I've said in my other parts, my voice isn't 100% clear because I do have a little bit of a cold right now, so you're going to have to excuse that. And I knew I'd do that. I'd super flame it too close and I'd get hurt. But to help my voice, I'm going to put in another menthol sweet if we just wait a minute. But while we do that, as you may see, Spyro looks pretty cool in the level Scorch and Shady Oasis, Shady Oasis, with the sunglasses. So of course we'll get these gems down here to begin with. And then we're very soon going to have to do the Bombo challenge, which, oh gosh, that's so annoying. And I love watching all these vases and all glass bottles explode all at the same time, which is pretty satisfying to watch. Just like the end of Nasty's Loot in Spyro 1. Cherry and menthol, that actually pretty tasty. Even though they do clear my throat to make my voice sound better, they do actually help my voice, but also they taste really nice, so it's a win-win for me. But anyway, very nearly completed the main objective of the level. So I'm just going to get the talisman right now because I might as well get that done and out of the way after we clear out this last enemy, which I've got the super handy super flame to do that. If I can get him. But anyway, I think that's all the enemies taken out in Scorch, so we'll speak to Greta.
Spyro, you make a great secret agent. Now Handel and I can complete our mission. By the way, you can have this talisman. I stole it when the soldiers weren't looking.
So there we go, that's the main objective of Scorch completed. However, we are not done yet because we are going to do the Bombo challenge and also clear out the rest of the gems. Like I must have said a dozen times, but so we'll just clear out these gems in this area right here to begin with. So, and then we can move on to doing the Bombo challenge if we speak to Handel.
Hey Spyro, we need those flags to prove our secret mission was successful. But the flag keeper keeps stealing them. If you can knock the flag keeper down, you could bring the flags back. My secret decoder ring says that this power-up thing should help you.
So I've got to shoot the flag keeper off the flagpoles, which I might actually not need to do, because I'm actually going to try without doing that now that I've got the super flame to see if that works. And there was also a little bit of a collision error in one of Noelle's parts where she sort of like bumped into one of the fodder like it's a wall, which was kind of weird. I mean, I've had this a few times as well in my Let's Plays, and I'm sure it's happened in other Let's Plays as well. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to shoot the flag keeper off without a power up using the super flame. We'll see if that works. And yes, it does. I knew it, yes.
So, you want that flag, eh, Dragon? Well, two can play at this bombing game. Let's go!
So they've changed his name to Bob now. Kind of because of censorship, which might be going a little bit too far in my opinion. Although I'm not exactly too upset by that. You know, because it's sort of like, I don't know, bomb, you know, could be a little bit sort of like a sensitive word to some people. But to be entirely honest, I'm not exactly too upset about it, which I will explain to you right now in a minute after I've just restored that flag.
Great! But there are still 2 flags out there.
And a pretty interesting thing is that Handel does not have the speech impediment in this level, but I'm pretty sure he does, if I'm not mistaken, in Fireworks Factory and in the original game, so I'm sure I'll find out when I come to doing that part of my Let's Play, even though I've played this game a few times myself. But as I was saying, not too upset about them changing the names and stuff like that and odd censorship issues, because I mean, to be honest, I'm just so glad that Crash and Spyro have been restored to this new era of video games, which is probably the best thing that's happened in the 2010s, or the 21st century even, so.
Still after my flags, Dragon?
Because I mean, let's say us Generation X and Generation Y, the Millennials, which is me, grew up with these games. However, later generations, such as Generation Z and Generation Alpha, didn't. They probably don't know much about this game at all, so I'm kind of glad that this game's been released again, so it can kind of introduce them people to them games. I know we had like Legends of Spyro, Crash of the Titans and Mutants and stuff like that, but it's not the same as the original. Nothing can match the originals, even though they are still good games, but I'm kind of glad that Generation Z and Generation Alpha has been introduced finally to Crash and Spyro the proper way, in my opinion.
You're so close, Spyro. Just one more flag.
Although I do see gaming across all generations, like, I mean, let's say older generations didn't really particularly bother with video games. Like, for example, I don't know. I mean, the original Wii. The original Wii was not a pro gamer system by any means at all. However, I believe that the original Wii did really good at introducing older generations to video gaming, such as the Silent Generation and the Diaper Beggars.
You won't get my last flag so easily, Purple Beast.
So as I said before, these older generations, such as the Silents and the back end of let's say the older end of Generation X, as well as the Diaper Beggars, like I've said before, did really well with the original Wii. You know, it sort of like introduced people to move, and even though it was not a pro gamer system at all, I mean, it still had Mario and stuff like that, and Donkey Kong, but I mean, it introduced these older gamers and brought families together, which is one of the reasons why I really liked the original Wii. and probably another reason why it sold so well, so that's at least one good thing then. So we should nearly be completed on this level right now, and there is a trophy for not getting hit by Bombo at all during these 3 challenges, which is pretty hard, even though I've managed to do it myself. But I know that Jonathan struggled with this in his stream, so I don't know how well it's going to go down.
Good job, Agent Spyro. How can we repay you for your efforts? How about this orb that I found in the sand?
Like I said, he struggled with it a bit in his stream, so I don't know how well it's going to go down with him when he tries to get the trophy later on. So I believe that is Scorch now fully completed. I don't think there's a skill point, but I'll have a look. Oh yes, there is a skill point. All trees. So I'm not too sure what you got to do with that, to be honest. Have you got to flame all of the trees or something like that? Or you've got to charge them all? Got the coconuts off, something like that anyway. I'm going to try that to begin with anyway. I'm going to charge each tree and see if that gets me anywhere. Which it probably should, and hopefully should, so. And you can't get to them trees right there, so. And I believe I've charged all the trees up here anyway, because I had to do for the monkey challenge, and those monkeys don't go to every tree, so I'm not too sure. I might as well hit them all anyway. You know, just to double check. Yes, that's it. That's a skill point now acquired, so we have now fully completed the Scorch level, which I've actually enjoyed more than normal. Because I actually really, I've never been fond of Scorch, but they've definitely done a lot better to it in Reignited, in my opinion anyway, because I always found it a little bit bland and boring in the original game. I don't know why, but so that is Scorch. We'll now watch the ending cutscene to that level, so here we go with that. I love all these opening and ending cutscenes, like I said before, but it's like everything's like instant karma sort of thing, you know what I mean? Apart from the Magna Cone one, which is pretty evil, especially in Crystal Fisher's eyes, but poor Crystal Fisher, but anyway, or Andrew, because we actually like calling by first names, but anyway, that is Scorch, fully completed. So, I hope you all enjoyed this part. Thank you so much for watching again. And I will indeed see you all in the next part, where we'll be doing Shady Oasis, which was also originally known as Scorch Oasis. Because, in an early development stage, sister levels were called similar names, so that's that. I will see you all in Shady Oasis. I hope you all enjoyed this part. Thank you so much for watching again. I will see you all around in the next one.